And hello, I am Kai and this is my boyfriend Dom. We are currently in the car just on the way home from Blackpool. If you haven't seen the vlog that I've posted or any of the videos that I've posted from Blackpool, then go check them out. And if you haven't already, please like, please comment, please subscribe down below. Check out all the links in the description. And today we are going to be answering some of your unpopular opinions. Now, I've asked on Twitter, on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere, any of my socials. If you aren't already, please go and follow them because I do ask for your guys stuff quite a bit. So yeah, I suppose we should get into it. So the first one says, underrated and not enough appreciation shown. Now, I have to agree with this. I don't know about you, but
I don't know what the context is.
About Blackpool.
I gathered that. Blackpool is underrated and
not enough appreciation shown. Yeah? You agree?
Nice place.
Good. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's going for it. Obviously, Pleasure Beach is the biggest thing, and this kind of like whole video is mainly aimed about Pleasure Beach. But yeah, so Pleasure Beach is the biggest thing, obviously, in Blackpool, apart from like the tower. Whoa! Yeah, so the other things are like the tower and like Madame Tussauds and places like that. So there's quite a bit that's just like hidden away, and obviously it's a seaside town. So, you know, it's always nice to go to the beach, you know?
Beach, let's get away.
The drink, clink. It's not me, hard to come back. Okay, so the next one is about Pleasure Beach. It's saying about how the e-ticket system is terrible. The place needs to get with the times and operate like a normal theme park. Since you can no longer get in for free, it shouldn't be in place. Now, I don't know how to feel about this one because obviously places like towers do have obviously e-tickets. However, they don't make you like scan the ticket like on every ride. So
I agree with the free ticket thing though, because obviously people that don't like going on rides but are just there for the day out can't get in.
yes.
Or if they can, well, they can get in, but they have to pay like.
Whereas they used
crazy
to,
money.
they used to be able to just go and wander around the park, which is probably why they started the e-ticket thing. But it's just one of those things, isn't it? Like, you're not going to please everyone, but I do get the point. But it's not, like, for us, it's not really an issue, I don't think. Like, it's not that much of an issue, so, you know. The next one we can answer for because it says the rap bands are pretty much useless. Now, before I would agree with this, however, they have actually like done some more work about it, and like, you know, they've got less COVID kind of restrictions in, so they can just like let you go up the exit, for example. But there are a few rides, like Avalanche and stuff like that, that I kind of don't see the point why they don't, because you literally could just go up the exit. But I don't know if that's just because obviously COVID is still a thing, or whether they're just going to keep it that way, I don't know. But yeah, I think now they're getting more better. So yeah, BPB classics like Alice and River Caves are actually really overhyped and should be removed to make way for a more modern take on that style of family ride. I'm going to agree with this. Yes, they are classics, however, I feel like they are pretty outdated now, and yeah, they're not great rides. Like
Ice Blast and River Carriage.
Alice.
Oh, Alice is nice.
No, Alice. Because they're obviously both dark rides, and I'm not a big fan of dark rides anyway because I don't like the dark. That's a personal opinion anyway. But yeah, they are a bit tattered now, and they do, if anything, they just need a bit of a renovation and just a bit of a touch up, which would help. But yeah, they are a bit, yeah, they're just outdated, aren't they?
Especially River Cage. River Cage feels like it has a thought.
Yeah. And there's certain things in river caves, like we noticed today, that, you know, are a bit like questionable, shall we say? So yeah, I think they just need to think about it a bit more and just kind of just have a bit of a think and a bit of a revamp, basically. Icon is just the best coaster at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. I agree. I fully agree. You've obviously seen the vlogs of like how scared I was to go on it, and now I can go on it
the whole way around.
exactly. So yeah, and like I have so many like t-shirts and like merch from Icon. Icon is my most favourite coaster. I love Icon. No. The best thing about Blackpool is the Waterloo Music. Whoa! The best thing about Blackpool is the Waterloo Music Bar. Had some awesome nights there last year. I wouldn't know, to be honest. If anyone's got any insight into that, please let me know. Please let me know what it is. I don't have a clue, so say your opinion in the comments. Go ahead. But yeah, I can't really say anything to that. Oh, someone's asked, big one or Icon? Of course it's going to be Icon. I'm sorry, but Icon is my most favourite coaster. And, you know, I'm terrified of heights, and obviously big one is the tallest coaster, so, you know. The lack of children's steel roller coasters is the biggest gap in the lineup for Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Ideally, a mat-powered roller coaster would fill this gap. The issue is bigger these days due to the removal of the monorail. So, yeah. I kind of do agree, because it's a bit of a like weird kind of vibe in the sense of there's children's stuff and then there's adult stuff. There's not really very much that's in between, and like the only rides pretty much for like in between are like Mixed Drink and Blue Flyer, and that's kind of it.
They were closed this whole time.
But yeah, like for the past 3 days that we've been there, they've been closed. So for people going, like it's not great who have people that are in between. Like I was. You know, I would only go on those two pretty much, and then the kids' rides. So, you know, maybe they do need a few more rides that are just a bit more of a variety of ages. The big one is the best roller coaster in the UK, and I will die on this hill. I mean, everyone's got an opinion, you know. I don't share the same opinion, but here we are, like. It's a very good coaster, I have to say. Like, it's one of my biggest achievements as far as roller coaster roller coaster rider ring. There we go. Just throw in the roller coaster rider merch there. Yeah, like it's a good thing to be like, yeah, I've achieved something, you know, because it's tall.
I mean.
Yeah. The old wooden Wild Mouse is the best coaster Pleasure Beach ever had. I've never ridden it, I wouldn't know. Let me know in the comments. I can't say anything about it. So Icon is the best coaster on the park and second best in the UK behind Nemesis at Towers. Revolution. Stairs make me feel uneasy. Skyforce is now a waste of space and it's harder to spin, so I'd remove it. So obviously this is a few points, so I'm going to address them point by point. So, Icon, obviously, of course. I disagree about the fact that it's behind Nemesis though, because I wouldn't say Nemesis is like a highly rated for me, but again, everyone's got a different opinion, so it's just one of those things. I've never ridden Revolution, but I have been up the stairs to film. And if you've not seen the vlog, it's pretty funny when I did, because I climbed up the stairs and like the person in the control box was opening the door and just absolutely got scared the shit out of by me, so you're welcome for that. But yeah, so the stairs are very, very, very uneasy because of how windy it is, just purely because they just sway so much. So yeah, no, don't like those stairs. Skyforce, I'm a bit like in an awe because obviously it is harder to spin, but it's still like a good thing to go on like after food or something because it's quite smooth, and it's like it's quite relaxing at the same time. So I wouldn't say get rid of it, but if they made it easy to spin, I feel like a lot more people would like it. Like you really struggle, you can't do it, can you? But yeah, like people like Josh and stuff, like I don't know, I've never ridden it and tried to spin, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, like for people who do want to spin, it looks so hard anyway, so you know, maybe there is a way to make it easier, I don't know, but I guess it's one of those things and we keep saying it.
You just say spin and you press it.
Yeah. Icon is a superb coaster but also hugely overrated. I agree but disagree because, as I say, it's one of my faves, so like I am somebody who overrates it highly, so I can't really say very much, but I mean it's very much overhyped, but at the same time it's worth the hype. Would you say? Icon. Like a lot of people talk about it and rate it, and there's a reason for that. It's because it's so good. So you know, it's not necessarily overrated. It's just appreciated, I suppose. If Blackpool Pleasure Beach was an animal, it would be a goat. If Blackpool was an amusement park, it would still be a goat. I have no idea what the hell you are on about. I don't get it. Why is it a goat? Like, it's not. Quite clearly isn't. It's an amusement park. What's it got to do with goats? Please explain. It's the best place ever. Valhalla, Grand National. Oh, I love it so much. Thanks for that. Yeah, it's as I said before, like it's got a lot going for it, and a lot of people don't take advantage of what it's got to offer. So I think if people actually give it a chance, then people would realise how good it is. So yeah. I never believed in love at first sight. I thought it was the fairy tale nonsense. That all changed when I saw Blackpool Pleasure Beach. How cheesy, but I love it. Yeah. To be fair, I can agree with that because it's the first kind of place with coasters and stuff like that that I've like got into, and like it's made me grow into liking bigger coasters and stuff like that. And I don't think I would have done that in any other place, I don't think, but yeah, I agree. Now this one's quite contradicting because this is completely the opposite. It says, terrible, park is filthy, staff are rude, and nowhere do they display they won't take cash, and Amanda is only interested in her hot eyes. So, I mean, it's not terrible.
They do take cash as well.
They do take cash. Yeah, I think they were already doing not taking cash, or like advising not to take cash during COVID, because obviously everywhere was trying to do contactless. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe we're just not paid by cash, but I'm fairly sure we've seen people pay by cash. And all the staff there seem actually really quite nice. I mean, everyone has their bad days, so maybe, you know, you just go on a bad day, I don't know, but yeah. But as far as the park being filthy, like, at the end of the day, like, it's...
You've got thousands of people going to that sort of space, it's impossible to keep people dead.
Yeah, exactly. You're not going to be able to keep up all the time. Like, there's only a limited amount of staff, especially at the minute. They're obviously limited staff anyway. So you can't really say very much to it, like, you know. And as far as Amanda's concerned, I mean, at the end of the day, she is the person who's in charge of Hot Ice. And I think, yeah, it's always been a thing of the fact that she's more interested in that because that's her thing. Like, what do you expect? Another one saying, disgraceful, they won't take cash, no signs or warnings about this anywhere. Cash is a legal currency, they shouldn't be allowed to reject it.
But like lots of places are rejecting it.
Exactly, cash is not a used thing anymore. So a lot of places don't use it, and especially places like that, they're trying to be contactless, they're trying to be getting people to book online, etc, etc. So it's not just Pleasure Beach at all. So what can I say?
You go to Auckland Towers, they prefer cash as well. Cash, they prefer contactless.
Not enough child-free places. Crotch goblins everywhere. I mean, it's an amusement park, a family amusement park.
That's risky.
So, you know, like, you can't really expect there not to be children. Like, it's a seaside town as well, so yeah, it's a family place. Like, you can't really just be like, oh yeah, we're a place that doesn't allow children. You can't. It's not really how the world works. Pleasure Beach are taking the piss, charging full price for those that can't or don't want to go on the rides and just want to accompany friends or family. See, the thing is, I think they're also trying to limit the amount of people that go into the park potentially, because they're obviously then having to accommodate for people who don't go on the rides and stuff, and that's kind of difficult because they're obviously trying to make it enjoyable for the people who want to be on the rides and stuff, and that's obviously what it's there for.
Yeah, but I get that. I get it. Like, some people want to go around.
Yeah, like some people would just want to go, like family members who don't necessarily want to go on the rides. Then fair enough. But
Elderly relatives and stuff.
yeah, like they just want to go to be with their friends and family. Yeah, fair enough. But at the same time, it is a place to be on rides, so it works both ways, and yeah, people are gonna get annoyed either way. It says, my son, celiac food allergy, cannot take his own food in without paying a lot of money for a doctor's letter. I'm his carer, I have to pay to accompany him, nowhere decent to sit like new coffee lounge. I mean,
I get that.
yeah, I don't get why they've not let you take your own food in, but at the same time,
Because they need a doctor's note.
yeah, but everywhere wants a doctor's note. Like Towers, they have to have a doctor's note for stuff like that.
Not to take your own food.
No, not food, but like for a rap band, for example. But I don't necessarily agree with the fact that you can't take your own food in anyway, because obviously that's a lot of money to then spend on food and stuff. But
That's why we went to Spoons for breakfast instead.
yeah, exactly. That's why you go to Spoons. So yeah, it's just kind of a bit silly either way. And yeah, and they definitely should like accommodate people with allergies and stuff like that. It is difficult, but because obviously you're gonna then have to sit with stock forever that you don't know when it's gonna be used, because you don't know how many people are gonna be allergic to that particular thing. So it is difficult. But yeah,
I tend to stick to their sandwiches and stuff like that, because their burgers and stuff killed me the first time.
yeah, places like the FY4 places,
Very just.
they're all a bit questionable. So we tend to just stick to the sandwiches and stuff like that you get from underneath flying machines. And I've had the hot dogs and the toasties and stuff from the little cafe up the ramp and stuff, which has been really nice. But yeah, as far as food allergy is concerned, I don't know. Obviously, I don't really know how much or how little they kind of accommodate, but yeah, it's a difficult one. Overall, one of the best parks in the UK at accompanying basically all ages. May not be complete theme park, as not all areas themed thoroughly, but always a great day out and lots to do for all the family. Usually all rides running, well, majority of the day. Yeah, so we've had quite a lot of experiences, well, with the being committed or whatever, but like there's been a lot of days where we've come and most of the rides aren't running. So yeah, obviously they do try and keep the rides open as much as they can, but it's difficult.
In a park with ride breaks, we need to park for abroad. They can't do much about that.
Yeah, they can't like just magic a part out of nowhere, so it's
They
understandable.
haven't got the stock capabilities and the engineers that Melbourne Towers has.
Yeah, like about the theming, like I do agree because obviously I am a sucker for theming, but it is an amusement park, so it's different, and you know, if each ride is themed, then that's better than nothing, you know. Someone said, haha, what neck brace should I purchase in advance? Love Pleasure Beach, really. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are a few rides that you kind of just come off and you just
Infusion
in
and
pain.
Grand National.
Yeah, Infusion, Grand National and Big One at the minute seem to be
Big one's
quite,
not rough.
yeah, seem to be quite big culprits for that. But yeah, like, it's still fun though. Like, the rides are still fun, so don't knock it until you've tried it. Pleasure Beach has good rides, but tacky, and Blackpool isn't very good off the promenade. So to be fair, I've only really ever been into Pleasure Beach and South Pier, and we've walked up to the tower and been into Madame Tussauds, but other than that, we've never really been into.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Here. That's one of it, basically.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I've never been anywhere other than that.
You've been into town.
Only to Primark. But that's what I mean. Like, I've not really explored very much of actual Blackpool
But to be
itself.
fair, that is kind of the same thing with most seaside towns, because they pour all of their money and resources into making the prom look nice.
Yeah. Which shouldn't be the case at all, but it is with a lot of places. Since Amanda took over Pleasure Beach has gone downhill. Just glad Mrs. Thomas is not here to see what she has done.
So you say that, but when she took over, there was a lot of other stuff going on in the world.
Yeah. Like, I feel like there's a lot more to it than that. Like, but again, I can't really say very much because I don't know them.
And
I don't know them personally.
You don't know what
Like,
money issues or anything is going on
Yeah.
behind the scenes. They could be dead on their knees struggling, you don't know.
yeah, exactly. The big one is too rough to be enjoyable, especially at the back.
Don't say that.
I mean, I thought the front was worse than the back, but we've been sat on the back for these past 3 days, and it is rough. Like, it's always been rough, but it is rough.
Yeah, the rough bit about it really is that first drop. After that, it's fairly rough.
No, it is rough. Like, all the way through, it's rough. And like, you get jolted about so much, but
It's an old ride.
yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, it should be
Same with Grand National.
looked after a bit more.
Well, they are in the process of retracking it, it's just going to take time.
Yeah. Seeing all these negative comments on here, I want to add a positive one. We were there 2 weeks ago, couldn't fault anything. My kids had an absolute ball. And the complaints about everyone paying, you go to Disney or places like that, everyone pays. Exactly, there are a lot of places that are very similar in the way that they work. And I've never been to Disney, but a lot of people have said the fact that
Disney won't accept anything other than card.
yeah, they don't accept anything other than card, but you know, everyone pays to go. Like, there's no just sitting around for free kind of thing. So yeah, it's the same thing. Obviously Disney's a lot bigger.
Well, yeah, but also Disney has a lot more to do for people that don't like rides.
Yeah, but at the same time they're also a lot bigger, so it's that thing of, well, maybe
they're
Pleasure
actually
Beach should actually, like, you know, don't get people to pay if they're not going on anything. But
Important towns just have to pay to get in, but then you've got the gardens and stuff you can walk around and that sort of
yeah,
stuff.
I love Pleasure Beach. I have already been twice this year and I am going again soon. Due to my anxiety, I am able to get free speedy easy pass and one person free with me. I have a blue badge. Staff are very accommodating as I had a minor panic in the entrance. Well, see, that's the same as us, obviously, because Dom gets the wrap and then I join on to that. So yeah, so it is good because obviously for people who need things, people like carers, it's very useful. So yeah, it is good having passes like that. So yeah, having to use your phone to scan when going on the rides is not ideal. Saw a few phones that had fallen out of pockets on the grounds of the rides. Everyone is paying the same price at the minute, so we don't need to scan. I kind of agree, but at the same time, if you've got your phone in your pocket, that's your issue because there are places to put things like your phone. So you should be taking them off anyway, and that's with anywhere, not just Pleasure Beach. But yeah, like.
Also, the scanning thing isn't to do with you've got entry to the park. It's that they can see how many people are going onto each ride, so they can then better plan queues and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm afraid we are giving the Pleasure Beach a miss next week when we visit. Full price to just watch, and when I'll be there 32 weeks pregnant and can't go on anything is rubbish. We'll be visiting the Circus Fun Zone and hopefully the zoo instead. So yeah, that's the only difficulty, is obviously there's not a lot for people to do if they're not going on the rides. Obviously it's your choice whether you want to go or not, but yeah, it is difficult because you can't accommodate for everyone and everything. Like, it's very difficult, so they're just trying to do the best they can, obviously. Nash is the best coaster at Pleasure Beach and it is better than Meg's. To be fair, I haven't rode Meg's in a year, so probably biased, but I'm getting on it tomorrow. It's all in tech speak, I have no idea what it says. Steeplechase is top 5 at the park, and Icon has the best theming on park and the best theming in the UK. Okay, wow, that was a lot. So personally, I wouldn't say Nash is the best coaster by any means. Grand National. So yeah, it used to be my favourite. It used to be my absolute favourite, but that was because I didn't go any other rides pretty much. And that was like the biggest coaster at the time that I would go on. So I did used to really love it. However, since I've not been like riding it as my favourite, I feel like I pick up on a lot more, and I feel like it's a lot rougher, and I mean a lot rougher. Yeah, that is one that you do literally once in your trip. Like, you don't do it more than once. It's good, but not that good. You know. Steeplechase being a top 5. Now that's questionable. I mean, it is good, don't get me wrong. Like, it is good fun, especially like when you're racing against your friends and whatever. Yeah, it is good fun, but like, it is painful. Like, the way that the seats are and the way that the seat belts sit on you, it's just a bit awkward. But yeah, it is good because you obviously get to see like around the park quite a lot, so it's quite nice. But yeah.
Yeah, I was at the park on Steeplechase.
Yeah, you do. You get to be entwined with loads of different things. So you've not been enough.
The maze and Icon.
Yeah. And the rest. Anyway, so Icon has the best theming on the park and the best theming in the UK. Now,
Icon has the best theming on the park, but it's the newest.
Yeah, I was gonna say Icon's the newest, so it's gonna have the best theme, or I'd like to think that it has the best theming, because if it didn't, then whoever's designing it is not great. So yeah. As far as in the UK, like, I've only been to Pleasure Beach and Old Towers pretty much, so I would say maybe it is and it isn't, because I see rides like Wickman being a lot better at theming, and like the queue is a lot better for theming. The actual ride, like, Icon has a very gorgeous train, but again, Wickman is like everything is involved. Even the staff have their own uniform and stuff like that, and they get involved, and they've got these characters and stuff like that, and it's all themed perfectly, and it's exactly what you want in a ride. So I wouldn't necessarily agree about it being top theming of the UK, but that's my opinion. Let me know if you've got a different opinion. I'm happy to hear. So that is all the opinions that we are going to be reacting to. I hope you've enjoyed listening to our side of it. But yeah, like there's a lot to think about and a lot for to learn in that sense, and like a lot to take a look at, I suppose. But yeah, that's just gonna be the case with any park, I think. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. Please like, please comment, please subscribe down below, check out all the links in the description, make sure you're following all my socials, and yeah, we shall see you very soon for another video, or bye!